the animals were fed before anyone sat down, and supper was round a big picnic table in the front yard. It was beans and franks and vegetables, potato salad with bacon bits, corn. Very quickly, the kids took on the look of smiling bikers riding in a bug-riddled night. Large yellow gobs sticking out from between their teeth everywhere, up their noses too, from the corn kernels gnawed right from the cob. Their laughing about it is disgusting, and parents have to clean their own teeth to take a stern attitude about manners and remind, we have a guest who helps by flashing his own gobbed-up grin. It's hard to discipline harmless joy. It was water for everyone. Everyone helps when the meal is over, and everyone gets a large bowl of strawberry shortcake, then takes them down to the stream where Lester, Earl, Raven, and the oxen are. Being full, everyone eats slowly, indulges the nothing there is to do. It looks like a mighty unlikely herd of bulging belly, lazy beasts. That was supper. Only Raven, who flew up high for his own bird reasons, noticed the single Hoover coming. He whispered to Wing. Immediately the twins knew it. They nodded the news at parents. I am Hoover 9 of Settlement 7. I have come to remind of the date of your resettlement. If you wish to enter before this date, it would be good, sir. Look, piss pot! Tug on Bill's arm and he said, none of your belongings are needed. Told you shit buckets before, we ain't coming, so another arm tug and he said, I'm here to be assured that you are getting ready. I've been ordered to remind that you two older units are the ones that are the least needed, sir. No arm tug could keep Bill from launching himself. The Hoover bounced him back and extended his gun. My commands are clear concerning any confrontation. I'm to look at it as a direct assault on the settlement and respond with death, sir. Lester kicked. The thing flung forward 15 feet before it struck a big tree. So solidly did it smack that it stuck to it and slid slowly down his trunk. Bill and Kate slumped together. The kids giggled. They fearlessly hated the Hoovers. For them, they had just won, and it was over. For the parents, they had just started the beginning of the end. You can't fight a Hoover with a pitchfork. The self-repair function is activated immediately, trying to pull it together, twitching as different probes assess priorities. Some of the tiny self-directed tools try to work on the more damaged parts of its receptors. Wing flipped open a door and grabbed a thick red wire with a multi-pin connector. If he pulled it, the Hoover would be canceled. If lucky, the link between the Hoovers and their base of operation was still not proctored in a moment-to-moment way, but still likely the red lights would go off if destroyed. Please don't pull that, sir. Ha! What? This whole thing? Wing wiggled the wire. That's correct, sir. He's right. Only agreeing to add yank them all. The fearful shriek was the reel of a jammed tape playing fast music, suddenly stretching several inches to a stop. A plunging screech, so funny that Sam and Jasper tried to imitate it. The Hoover did notice that his demise was a joke to these people. Only a moment ago he had dominated, but now it was him that was in a desperate place. His communication control had the shape of a horse hoof smashed around it and was silent. Wing leaned forward. Don't think of it as death. Your parts will be reused. Another strange scream accompanied the pulling off of the Hoover's mean cowling. Inside, a small black strung box was completely unharmed. If this remained intact, then all the details of this last encounter could be studied. It recorded more than the Hoover himself could process and would show Lester's kick. There can be no killing of a Hoover without breaking this. Wing removed it but did not detach it. The wires were long enough to bring it around to the front. The machine shut down every sensor that was active as it saw what had been taken. Come now. Let's not pout, big boy like you. Come back to me while I'm still young and patient. A cautious click. I'm here, sir. Have you ever heard of consumption? Wing pulled a very small wire off the box and tapped it in and out of his terminal, all the time watching the screen on the side. Sir, do you know what you hold? Carelessly fumbling it? Yep. It's just your existence, little boy. This goes, and the fact that you existed goes too. But you're not programmed to be bothered by that, right? Right, sir. So, screw it, right? Wing continued to remove and replace wires back into the box, tapping, rearranging information, watching the screen. No, sir. Not screw it, sir. I want to have existed. I want to exist. Why? I want to emotionalize input, feel. I want to respond to more situations. I want to realize and react in my own way, the way that I am, the way my experiences make me, well, me. These people do too. We would save them and regenerate them later. We can do that with any body fluid. We could get all of her eggs to hatch. She would not only not really die, all of her reproductive potential could be realized over forever. Same to you, shit for brains. I'll just cannibalize you into 1,000 things from other Hoovers to hot tubs. Don't be sad. Think of it as the ultimate expression of your, well, shall we say, humanity. I don't want to be humane like that. What's consumption? It's a virus. Come here, kids. Take a look. You've arrived when it's active on the surface. It's what brought you down. No, it wasn't. That animal. Pulling wires, touching terminals. That that's some animal. Why didn't he get the disease? Had it myself, survived and injected him. So you're a programmer? Oh, I'm a medicine man, and I'm here to inoculate. Would you like a shot, or would you like some of this? Hey, sick kids, come close to his sensors and try to look as cheerful as possible. The children move forward, foaming whipped cream around their mouth. Strawberries gelled all over their faces made them look like they'd scrubbed with a steel wool soap pad. Smiling stuck yellow kernels out through the ooze. Brave children, thanks. The way it affects creatures like you is in the mainframe, flying wildly and smashing into things. Just a second. More tap, 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 taps. There, you feeling better? My processes are clearing, and I think if you attach that line you're holding, I could hover. My crew will rebuild me. You'll kill them! You'll kill them! If you go back, you'll infect them. You're a carrier. We'll get you going. You call them, warn them to stay away, and tell them of the epidemic. Owners will take you in. This could be your new settlement. You could be the hired hand. You could live in the barn there. They let you live out in the barn there with Emma over there if you behave. Wing pointed the box to one of the farm mules, a lanky creature with a lot more leg than a donkey. Hoover 9's gun tried to come out, but the door would not fully open. Could you fix that, sir? Oh, yeah, the material's solid. It's the hydraulics activator that's the problem. Let me back into your programming center. Boy, earful to that box when the light said it was open. Damn consumption can kill everything, including the spirit, unless you've got a reason to live. The saving of your whole world while holding this place in quarantine, and the saving of these people out here in the wild so that they can be used at some point in the future if a permanent cure was to be found would be a good life. And don't forget Emma, you lucky dog, you. What's a medicine man? Just think of me as good at fixing. You know, I've met Original One. The creator welcomed me into the mysteries of integrated biological circuitry repair. Hoover number 9 stopped stunned. This hush-hush name was not known even among many of the Hoovers. But this man had been personally programmed by him. Hoover 9 felt the power of a new life calling him from the hands of a man who had been with his inventor. Destiny to be here. And that beautiful creature, too. Oh, just so lucky. Sir, I stand ready to serve and protect my little settlement forever. Luck, slop, trough, my settlement, you hired hand.